Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the weekly read for August 18th to the 24th for the sign of Pisces. Alright, so I'm doing this reading out of order. Usually I go in order from Aries to Pisces for the weeklies, but I feel like Pisces has been having to wait recently for me to get your videos done, and I do apologize for that. So I'm skipping straight ahead to you guys next, and then after this I will go back to Sagittarius, which is the next one up. Alright, so these are your angel messages. Let's get them right out, my lovely Pisces. Chemistry. Alright, beautiful energy. Express your love. Ugh, this is such a loved up week, folks. I don't even know, man. All the readings have been just really about good vibes. Let your friends help you. All right, so beautiful energy. All right, let's get into your animal spirits and see what kind of animal spirits you're going to be dealing with this week. Could be resonating with some or all of these messages. A portion of each of the messages. Take what applies to you and throw the rest away. All right. We all know that these readings can't possibly be for everyone or everyone's scenario. Okay. So just take what applies. Let's see what kind of animal spirits are coming into your life this week, Pisces. Cosmic egg. All right. Associated with the alchemical symbol of ether at the top of the card. The cosmic egg is also indicative or a representative of the 7th chakra, which is the crown chakra. This is completion. It's the last card in the deck. Talk about burning off karma. Gazelle. Wow. All right. So fire energy again with the gazelle. And the golden egg. All right, the golden egg is associated with the heart chakra, which is the 4th chakra. So we're talking about opening up your heart, expressing your love, right? Beautiful energy. So before we get into your actual forecast for the week, let's just review these animal spirits briefly. The cosmic egg, you know, the cosmic egg talks about completion, right? It talks about coming to a point in your life where you feel as though you are complete. You're a whole. You have reached a stage in your life that for this particular point in your life, you have found yourself unified, okay, within yourself. Mind, body, and soul on all levels. You've come full circle, okay? This can often indicate a period of your life where you've truly put a line under or a period at the end of a stage of your life that is now complete. Complete in every way. Complete as in any karma associated with it has been either burned off or dealt with, right? Experienced, you know, you've kind of gone through the fire and you're here now, all right? Now, of course, this isn't the end. This merely means that now you're ready to start another challenge, right? But it's just that you've reached a certain level of harmony and wholeness in your life. That doesn't come often, okay? It's a spiritual wholeness, right? It's a spiritual connection to your physical, environment, to your emotions, right? And to your soul. The conduit is completely open. Then we have the gazelle, which is fire energy. Okay, the gazelle, what do we associate with the gazelle? We associate grace and movement, right? Motion, you know. And so here we're talking about moving through life with a certain sense of grace and beauty. Not being hasty, but having this kind of forward momentum that is very creative, okay? Beautiful to watch, all right? When you exhibit gazelle energy, it's, it's this kind of, there's a heightened awareness and ability, okay, that you're moving through life with, right? But there's also a sense of vulnerability, right? I mean, when we look at the Serengeti, you ever watch the Serengeti, you know, documentaries about the Serengeti in Africa, the gazelle, it's like they're the potato chips, aren't they? You know, I mean, you know, they're hunted, constantly vulnerable. And so for that reason, they need to have a heightened sense of awareness, right? And so it just shows that you're maybe feeling a bit vulnerable, you know, if you're identifying with this animal spirit. It could be that you're you're at a stage in your life where you are vulnerable, okay? Whether you feel it or not, it could be that your circumstances are making you vulnerable. And so what happens is when you're identifying with gazelle energy, letting you know that it's time to pay more attention, be aware, you know, don't be lax, you know, look at everything that's coming towards you, okay? But more than anything, the gazelle certainly represents the supreme grace and awe-inspiring beauty, its sophistication and elegance, all right? It's a way of expressing your inner beauty, and it can also attract a lot of energies, different energies to you, which again means that you need to double down and be careful, right? Protect yourself. Protect your heart. Protect your physical and spiritual well-being. Now, the golden egg, again, associated with the alchemical symbol of ether. It's one of the 7 chakra cards. It's a mystical object. All of the 7 chakra animal spirits are either mystical objects or mythical creatures, right? But here we have the golden egg. And the golden egg obviously is indicative of that, the warmth of the heart opening, the heart chakra opening up. We're talking about here, we talk about being open to love, being open to expressing love. There's a magical essence in the golden egg. There's this quiet warmth that exudes from the golden egg. This can also indicate when you have met someone or you are involved with someone that you are in love with, but it is a very warm, harmonious, nurturing kind of love, you know. You ever fall in love with somebody and you actually feel it? You know, you can feel it in your solar plexus. You can even feel it in your heart chakra area as well. You know, you feel these like little bubbles or these little, you know, movements, murmurs, right? That's, you know, that's like you're physically, you know, impacted by the love that you feel by someone. This can often happen when when you're associating with the golden egg kind of energy. All right. Meditation right now, it would be very good, calming, you know. Any of the chakra exercises are good when you're pulling chakra cards. So crown chakra exercises would include meditation, okay? Meditating on opening up your crown chakra and receiving messages, being open to messages, and doing heart chakra exercises or meditation will open up your heart chakra and allow you to be more expressive in your love and to receive more love. All right? So, you may resonate, like I said, to all or none of these, but let's pull out your forecast for the week, my beautiful Pisces. We're going to pull out about 7 or 8 3-card spreads to see what you may be dealing with this week, what kind of situations, encounters, etc. All right, Pisces, let's get right into it. Nine of Wands. 9 of Pentacles. And the Hierophant. All right. Okay, so for some of you, there's a new relationship or a new job coming, right? A new endeavor, okay? With Knight of Wands, we talk about the ushering in of something that is very close to your heart, something that is extremely inspiring. So, yeah, Wands can, oftentimes people will interpret new relationships only being associated with cup cards. But the wands is fire and passion are all caught up with love as well. And so oftentimes wands can also indicate movement or starting of new relationships. And so the Knight of Wands is bringing in something that is really near and dear to your passion, right? And I want to say that, Pisces, some of you have been quite comfortable, right? You're associating with Nine of Pentacles. So you've been quite comfortable in the status that you've, or the abundance that you've acquired. You've worked very hard for it. But sometimes in the pursuit of that abundance, we find ourselves alone, or we find ourselves isolated, right? Alienated sometimes from others, right? And so we see this individual in the garden of her own creation, right, by herself. Okay, and so this Knight of Wands, I think, is bringing something in for you that's kind of igniting a passion that may indeed bring you out of this solitary garden that some of you are in. All right, and it's beginning, you know, also it will begin to maybe get you to question some of the beliefs that you have been raised with, your moral center that perhaps you have been taught, or it may make you want to double down on that, right? It may reconnect you to your spiritual path, or your moral center, right? It could be that for some of you in this pursuit of abundance, you have kind of gone further and further away from your spiritual side. But this Knight of Wands is bringing in an opportunity for you to absolutely reconnect. Page of Swords, Knight of Cups, and Ace of Cups. Wow, lots of love. Okay, so somebody's coming in with a conversation, right? There's a chance, perhaps a chance conversation or a chance encounter that happens, right? With an individual, there's some kind of expression, or a discussion that happens with someone, right? And it just opens up this like door of love, you know, it just opens up this possibility of a connection here. I want to say there's some chemistry. There may not have been any chemistry right before the page came in, but once this Page of Swords came in and you guys had this conversation, I want to say this is a new conversation. This is certainly a conversation with someone who's new in your life, I believe. It could be someone that you've known for quite some time, but the conversation you have this week is of a nature that you've never had with that person before. And as a result of that, somebody wants to come in and offer you a cup of love. This is that Knight of Cups. It could be that this conversation happened last week or just most recently, and as a result of it, this person is now coming back and saying, hey, you know what? I want to explore this more. This is crazy chemistry that we have. And it's the beginning of a love relationship for some of you, and it could very well be a love relationship out of the blue. For some of you, let your friends help you. It could very well be that this innocent conversation just came out of socializing with some friends and friends of their friends, but somewhere along the line, you have made a connection with someone, and the chemistry is off the hook, and this week they're coming in for you. Of course, Ace of Cups is how it turns out. It's definitely an opportunity for a love relationship. Eight of Cups, Two of Wands, and Queen of Wands. So some of you have made certainly a decision to move away from shallow connections. You've decided to put some boundaries in place. You may have been in relationships that have not been fulfilling you, or that have in fact been impacting you negatively because of the lack of boundaries that you've implemented, right? And so you realize that now, and you're deciding that from now on you're going to turn your back on certain types of characters, certain types of personalities, certain types of interactions. You see them for what they are now, and you realize that there's no room for them in your life. You must turn your back on these types of connections in order for you to move to a higher connection, a deeper connection. Okay, this is a choice. Eight of Cups is a choice that we make in our lives, a decision to move in a certain path, certainly with regard to the type of relationships we choose to have. It's a turning point for many of us when we realize what we have been doing to kind of perpetuate a negative cycle, right? And this is the breaking of that negative cycle, 8 of Cups. It's certainly the walking away of that negative cycle. And so this week you have a 2 of Wands energy, and as a result of this kind of renewed sense of I want to say control over your love life, you are now feeling a little bit more able to go out into the world and pursue your passion, okay? I want to say that this is a little bit like gazelle, cosmic egg energy coming in, because it's like you've come to a point where you've come full circle and you realize something about yourself, and there's a completion there. You no longer feel bad about, it's not like you feel bad about these past relationships. You're absolutely at a point where you understand why you now needed to make the decision that you've made. And you accept everything that's come up until this stage to get you to make that decision, because had those things not happened, you would not be where you're at now. Again, like I said, this renewed sense of control is giving you ambition and inspiration to move forward with your dreams and goals, which is 2 of Wands energy. 2 of Wands is Mars and Aries. So we're talking about expanding your vision, moving forward in the world, being the great pioneer in a way, right? Doing things according to your drum and not the beat of somebody else's drum. All right. And you definitely, your passions are certainly reignited. All right. Some of you have a Queen of Wands in your world. Now, this could be someone that you are very close to, a relative. I don't believe that this is a love connection. I believe that this is a very deep friendship or a mentor almost, right, Pisces? But this Queen of Wands is coming in as well this week to help you on your way, to kind of guide you in this kind of new path that you now are starting to forge as a result of your renewed self-confidence. 3 of Cups. We're not reading reversals on the weeklies. King of Pentacles and King of Wands. Wow, some of you are caught in a love triangle between 2 very powerful people. I want to say between 2 very powerful masculine energies. All right. 3 of Cups is generally talks about, you know, celebrating with like-minded people, your tribe, your nation, your society or your social grouping that accepts you, right? And so 3 is the number for bonding and loyalty, but this bonding and loyalty is kind of being, I want to say, challenge this week, okay? Because some of you, I don't believe, Pisces, that you're resonating with either King of Pentacles or King of Wands. I think this is 2 very strong masculine personalities, not gender specific now, masculine personalities. It could be male or female, it doesn't matter. My readings are not gender specific. Masculine personalities that both are kind of vying either for your attention, vying for your heart, what have you. But there's certainly a battle of wills here, and you're at the center of it, and this week it kind of all comes out. 4 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and 3 of Swords. Some of you have met a love connection that is absolutely feeling like a soulmate connection. However, you're hesitant. You may not be willing to move forward with this connection just yet, even though you feel very strongly about it, because right now you're kind of reevaluating everything that you've done up until now, okay? You're at a stage in your life where you're kind of, you know, you're looking at everything that you've accomplished and you're starting to say to yourself, is this really what I wanted? I've accomplished these things, you know, I've sown these seeds. Look at the character on the card. And again, this is why I tell people I show the cards so that you can understand how I come to the interpretations I come to. If you look at the gentleman on the card, right, first of all, the number 7 is indicative of dreams and aspirations. The person on the 7 of Pentacles cards, you can see him kind of leaning on his hoe. He's done all of this work, right? He's sown the seeds. He's tended to the garden. And now he's looking at the fruits of his labor, okay? He's sown all the seeds towards accomplishing his dreams. Now that, in essence, his dreams are coming to fruition or have manifested, he's now looking at them and saying, is that what I wanted? Is this what I expected? Is this really what I desire? I've been working so hard on manifesting this that now I'm not really the same person I was when I first sowed these seeds. So is this really what I now want? You know, this is indicative of how the journey towards a goal can change you so much that once you reach your goal, the goal is absolutely unimportant to you and of no consequence anymore. You've learned so much and you've changed so much as a result of your journey towards that goal. Okay, and this is why we say that it's about the journey and not the destination. Okay, so this is what I mean by you going and reevaluating kind of where you're at. It could be that certainly some of you have met the soulmate connection. All right, the Four of Wands is a very stable, mutually respected, and mutually loved connection with somebody on a level that can endure, right? And so I think as a result of this kind of connection that most recently I believe happened, right, it's made you kind of reevaluate everything in your life. But you have a Three of Swords here, so take care. Do not rush ahead. There may be some information here that you don't know. You may need your friends, remember, to help you. The gazelle is beautiful and charming and graceful, supreme beauty, right, in motion. But like I said, very vulnerable, okay? And right now, it could be, Pisces, that you are bringing in a lot of love connections, possible soulmate connections, right? But because you are exuding so much beauty right now and self-confidence, some of the energies that are bringing to you are not necessarily the best. And you need to take care that you don't get caught up in a three-party kind of connection, in a Three of Swords, which is a cheating, right? Being the mistress or the man on the side, the shorty, whatever you want to call it. You know, there is a sign that this could happen, so take care, okay? Take the time to talk to your friends about whatever this connection is and get all of the information, because I believe that part of your reevaluating of your goals is this heavy kind of chemistry you feel here. Don't rush ahead. Ace of Wands, Seven of Swords, and King of Cups. Some of you have an Ace of Wands coming in, which is a great amount of, I want to say, inspiration, ambition, you know, a desire to move forward on something, right? The Ace of Wands is also the great phallic symbol, so it can indicate a heightening of physical chemistry, physical attraction, sexual energy, sensual energy. Okay, and so this is coming in for you right now, Pisces, but there's the Seven of Swords energy. Somebody is rushing. Somebody is trying to rush the manifestation of this dream. It could be you or it could be your person. It could be somebody around you, right? Seven of Swords talks about being hasty. Wanting something so badly that you'd rather steal it than work for it. You can see he's like a thief in the night stealing the Five of the Seven Swords. But he doesn't get all seven, and this is what haste makes. Haste brings waste, you know. It's that cheating energy. You don't really accomplish your goal or reach the dream that you wish to reach in this way. Remember, I said 7 is the number for goals, aspirations, and dreams. But in Seven of Swords, we see a lack of desire to work for them. We see that the individual wants it very badly, but they don't want to work for it. Okay, and so this is something coming into you. It could be that somebody you're dealing with is like this, right? You may already be dealing with someone or involved with someone who approaches life this way, and then most recently a new person has come into your life that doesn't at all approach life that way, and this person is associating with King of Cups. And King of Cups is much more methodical. He's much more intensive. He makes sure the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. He goes after what he wants. Once he's established what he wants, he absolutely goes after it, but he doesn't go after it in a Seven of Swords kind of hasty way. He goes after it in a very King of Cups, I want to marry this kind of way. You know, I want to lock this down, right? The King of Cups is certainly the man or the head of the household. Again, the dominant person in the relationship. Oftentimes can drive the momentum of the relationship. Some of you may have been dealing with a really kind of flighty individual, a person who, like I said, never wants to work for anything, and now you're being faced with a King of Cups coming into your life and showing you some love. You may have some chemistry with this King of Cups that is off the hook. And so this week you're being kind of presented with this scenario. This is the last spread. Four of Pentacles to Fool and Judgment. Judgment has been coming out for almost all of the spreads. Some of you are dealing with some anxiety over finances, all right? Four of Pentacles talks about stability and finances, but wanting to maintain that stability above all else. This is how we can get the kind of distorted energy of the card, which represents as miserliness or greediness, right? But when we are proactive, or when we are moving with the positive energy of Four of Pentacles, it's merely the desire to establish your wealth, to stabilize your wealth, so that you can then manifest all kinds of other visions, goals, and opportunities in your life. We can't do anything without money in this world. Sorry, folks. Unless you want to go up on a mountain somewhere, but then really. Okay, so the truth of the matter is that we all need to take care of our material side, our wealth plane, our material plane, and work towards abundance in a positive and stable way. And so you're kind of dealing with this issue this week, right? At the same time, it could very well be that some of you are embarking on a new business, a new career, or new project that's going to impact the stability of your wealth, right? I would say impact it in a very favorable way, because you're representing with the Fool. But the Fool, still, there's nerves here. There is a leap of faith that needs to be taken, okay? And this week, I think things begin to happen where you start to let go of some of the judgment, all right? Judgment comes in. The Judgment card comes in, this energy, but this is very much, judgment comes in when we're ready to let go, the card. When we're ready to let go of hang-ups that we have, judgments that we put on ourselves, unnecessary responsibilities that we take on, and then we hamper ourselves. Well, it's when judgment comes in, we realize we're human. We realize that the world and the universe is not about right and wrongs per se, or good and evil per se, that is much more fluid than that, and that, you must really learn to forgive yourself, okay? And so this is a very new journey for some of you, okay? You're letting go some of the insecurities that held you back in the past, and you're ready to move forward into a very new stage of your life, which I believe, again, will impact your finances. In the beginning, it may be a bit scary. It may be like flying without a parachute, but ultimately, in the end, the impact is going to be very great and very positive, all right? Pisces, this is your reading for August 18th to the 24th. I hope you resonated with it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. Do all of that good stuff. Help my channel grow. Please throw away whatever didn't resonate with you. Please throw it away. Check out other readings. I always tell my watchers to check out other readings, all right, and to see, and certainly check out the readings for the other planets in your chart, because of course this one is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. It could be that the placement of other planets in your chart may mean that you resonate with some of the other readings more. All right, guys, but for right now, Pisces, you know how much I love you. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.